Hello. So today I want to show you how to do a progesterone shot. If you're going through IVF, if you're preparing for your transfer, your embryo transfer, most likely the doctor will start you on progesterone a few days before your embryo transfer. So of course, as you may already know, the needle for progesterone is super duper long. It's actually an inch and a half. And the very first time when I had to give the shot to myself, it literally took me like an hour. I was like agonizing about it, and I didn't have anyone, I lived by myself. And my one of my friends was in Poland, and then my other friends are like an hour away, half hour, 45 minutes away. So anyway, I just wanted to be self-sufficient and learn how to do it on my own, which eventually did happen. But yes, the very first time, it was just like prepping myself and psyching myself up for it. Literally took me an hour. And the second time, it was just 5 minutes. So it was like in no time whatsoever. So I will show you, this is basically the progesterone and sesame oil. You may have a little bit like yellowish color too in the bottle of this liquid, which is something I had before. This one's actually just clear. So this one is 10 milliliters. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? 10 milliliters. Yes, 10 milliliters progesterone bottle, and it's progesterone and sesame oil. So you basically get this, I call it a horse needle, right? And you poke right through. And what they tell you is to get some air in your syringe already before you get to draw it. And then you poke through, and then you basically push the air into the bottle. And then the oil literally just kind of goes down almost on its own. You see it, right? Sometimes there is a bit of a bubble at the top. So what I do is I'll go a little bit past. I'm taking 1.5 milliliters. So I'm already there. I'm going a little bit past that. And then what I do, I push it back in so that that air bubble disappears and I have the exact amount of progesterone. Then, of course, we switch to a different needle. This one's just for drawing the solution out of the bottle. And then we have a smaller needle. So yes, needless to say, this one is the needle that we have to pop into our butt cheek. So I'm not gonna show you right now because it's actually a little bit early in a day. I'm gonna take it a little bit later. And I know I probably should not have gotten it ready until I was ready to poke myself, but I just wanted to give visual to people who are not familiar with this. So now you know, right? So what I have found out works super good for me is I have found this ice pack. I bought it at Walgreens, as you can see, reusable multi-purpose cold compress. And what I do with it is basically I take this part, just like one part of it, one half, and I stick it between my upper right corner of my butt cheek. So we're told to go above the crack and then divide the half of the cheek into the half. And I find that when I go a little bit higher, it doesn't hurt as much. If I go a little bit lower, like more towards like the middle of that area, middle of my butt cheek, then like the next day I can feel it. It's like I can't move my leg as quickly or easily. It definitely gets sore. However, if I do it on the very top right or on my left, if I do it on the very top left, almost like a hip area, more towards side, even though it may not have as much muscle there, it is not sore later. It's not sore, I notice, like later in the day or the next day. But so the very first, part is not to feel the poke, the needle. So when I use this ice pack, I use it mostly maybe for like 10 minutes if I can, if I have enough time to kind of sit and, wait for it. Then it's totally numb. If I do it for 5 minutes, it's like numb enough where it's just a tiny little prick with the needle, but it's not really a big sting. So that should definitely help. Make sure you ice it. I know some people do massage it after. I don't do anything like that, but I do lie down on biomet, and it's the infrared heat, so it does help to get rid of like the soreness in the area if there is a little bit of it left. But like I said, the higher you go, almost like a hip area, more towards the side, then you're going to feel better, as in you'll be able to like use your legs, move your legs, and you're not gonna have issues like feeling super sore. So I hope this helps, but yeah, make sure you use the ice pack. Yeah, this one's awesome. This one's just reusable, as you can see from Walgreens. I just pop it back in my fridge and it's ready to go for the next time. Now I'm gonna try to show you. I don't know if it's gonna, kind of work out well with this camera, but more or less so you have an idea where it's at. And you may see a couple. I'm just gonna like, pull my pants down a little bit, not too much. So you will see maybe a couple of shots on my side. But this is where I go. So basically, let me show you the back, right? So basically I would lower my underwear or my pants, and then let me just push this a little bit higher, right? So you're, a little bit above the butt crack line, and then I would do half of this area, and I would concentrate right on this area right here. Okay, so just like I said, more towards the side and more towards the higher end or higher part of your butt cheek. So I know it's probably not the best angle, but just so you have more or less an idea what I was talking about. All right, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to write in the comments below. I'll check and see if I know the answer for it. So until next time, talk to you soon.